All right, so we're going to start out with a simple test with React DOM for your first exercise. I give you a little bit of background. This is kind of stuff that we should be thinking about throughout the entire workshop and through every time that you ever test anything. And that is specifically the more your tests resemble the way your software is used, the more confidence they can give you. And so everything that you're doing in testing should be doing something to align the way that you're writing your automated test in the same way that your software is going to be used. So that's what our test is going to do here. You can go ahead and read through some of this. We've got an example of how we're going to render our component using React DOM. And the component that we're going to be testing is this counter. So we can increment and decrement. And just by me interacting with this, I know exactly how I want to test this. So here, the first thing I did was click the increment button, and I noticed that the count was incremented. And then I clicked the decrement button, and I noticed that the count was decremented. And so that's what our test is going to do. Make sure that the current count number is correct based on us clicking the increment and decrement buttons. And in here, we're going to be using some Jest assertions that you'll want to take a look at if you're not familiar with Jest. So feel free to check that out. And then let's go ahead and open up the 01.js. And we've got our emoji friends here to help us get started on that. We're importing the counter from the components counter. So you can go ahead and open that up and explore that if you want to see how this is implemented. But the way that it's implemented shouldn't have any bearing on the way that you test it. So you shouldn't actually have to check the way that things are implemented most of the time. So with that, let's go ahead and run npm-t to get our test running. And we'll hit p01, come down here to our exercise. Now our test is running for the exercise. And you may have noticed that we do have an extra credit for this one. So we'll come down here and go ahead and play with that extra credit as well. And I'll see you on the other side of this exercise.